As I mentioned, 100 companies are responsible for 71% of the pollution.
And Zenebe, can I just ask you? You said it takes time.
Yes.
But we are facing a green crisis, and time is essential. Do we have time for awareness raising?
No, the train has left. The house is on fire, as one of my colleagues, an environmental expert, was saying. But we see also, increasing change, but the change need to be expedited, and that's why I think I'm suggesting that we need to work on systemic bottlenecks where we can really expedite change in behavior. It should start from school, the way we teach, the way we design curricula. It's also in terms of engaging, media outlets, the way they communicate. We need to come up with a business model, not just, paying, media outlets to kind of disseminate, but they need to see that as a business case. As I mentioned, the RECI Albania case in Albania is very powerful. Now, the last point that I wanted to mention is a very thorny, difficult issue called greenflation. That is greening and inflation. It is becoming really an issue that needs also macroeconomic intervention by governments. Private sector enterprises would like to buy and transition in their businesses, but the cost for buying materials is really skyrocketing. How do we address that? I think there needs to be also an intervention by public sector agencies, to address that. So I think it requires, communities, once again, private sector enterprises, but also the public sector to jointly work to address, the change in behavior, and hence they link also to the other two aspects that I mentioned: business models, skills, coordination, and policy frameworks.
But we live in the region where many reforms have been promised, too little delivered, or too little too late. And this requires a very strong interinstitutional and intersectoral partnership. And that's not an easy thing to do in deeply politicized and polarized societies and countries and politics. But definitely, I'm encouraged by the way we progressed in this conversation, because